Hi everyone, this is Elocin Ned'RAH with the Modern Day Sage, and this is the daily check-in. I have been doing these readings in the evening or at night just because of my energy shifting. So, I want to still provide y'all with guidance, an insight, if anything, because at the end of the day, we make our own decisions, but at least let us see what the energy looks like, So let's see here. What is the energy? What is the energy? Okay, Spirit, what messages do you have for us? We have mental confusion or conflict, triumph, financial and material changes, moving on, and fertility. At the bottom of the deck, we have third eye chakra. Okay, so it looks like there is some blockages here with the third eye. Okay, in the solar plexus. It's like these things aren't necessarily in alignment, maybe, or somehow they're conflicting right now, because what I'm seeing here is your vision is showing you from a financial standpoint where you should be moving towards and what you can expect if you just keep going. You may already see this in your mind's eye, but I'm seeing here that this is creating some type of confusion or some type of conflict in your mind. Maybe because you feel like what you see, you aren't necessarily capable of doing. Or somehow that is not going to work out. Although, and I feel like this is because you're stepping into the unknown. You already know what you have before you, what you built for yourself. It is good, possibly, but things could be better, and you're seeing better for yourself, especially when it comes to your finances. You're seeing places where you can financially grow or become abundant or, feel abundant. There's some abundance with a financial change or a certain path that, you're already seeing in your mind's eye, and opportunities may have come up with this, but there's a blockage here with the confidence. These two aren't sinking in. Your third eye and your confidence isn't sinking in. So it's creating some type of mental conflict here from really pushing you forward with those financial changes. But I am seeing here that there is going to be some success with this. It's going to be one of those situations that you overcome. Let's clarify this here. And this is really taking a more gentler approach instead of that aggressive approach. This is an energy of kind of flowing in it, flowing into this particular lane instead of like pushing really hard. Because I feel like some people are faced with the opportunity financially, and because there may be a lack of confidence here, maybe not knowing how this is going to work out because it's so unknown. It's like certain things are trying to be pushed. Because you want better for yourself. But as I mentioned, it's like Spirit is really saying, take the more gentle approach. This does not have to be so hard fought. Because it's not, what I'm feeling like is some people out here that's really, you know, used to fighting for something or having to fight for, you know, a certain position or financial changes. Let's see here. Turn away. Abundance. I feel like some of y'all are just like way too focused on getting this abundance, and so that's where that drive is coming in. But, and I feel like that comes from a place of ego. Instead of confidence. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I do feel like it's ego, because it's like you're trying to live this perfect life, and it's a possibility you're walking away from something that's already good for something better to have the perfect life that you already see for yourself, or that you see for yourself. Spirit is saying this, it isn't that this can't be done, but your approach to it is a little bit too hard driven. You're still in your masculine energy trying to bring in this money, trying to bring in these financial changes. We have the Empress card here on the board towards the end. But the Empress is the divine feminine. She's the one who is attractive. She is feminine energy. She's abundant. So it's here, it's just, if you've been noticing certain things not necessarily flowing as they should, it's because of your approach, of what you see and that energy behind it. Just by you being in service, it's going to bring balance to the situation. So some people may be doing this for whatever this is, for money purposes, instead of being at service, like truly being at service. And if it's not some type of, you know, money per se, it's a certain financial status. or status in general. I'm seeing here the Spirit is saying to work from that sacred place within you, your heart space. That's where your abundance is. Because here in this fertility card, the Empress, her heart space is lit. And she has a yellow aura around her. Okay. So moving into this mental conflict, we have unlimited possibilities. So it's a possibility that the reason why your confidence is being is a little bit rocky here is because possibilities, all these possibilities are affecting your thought process or your mental process. I feel like some people are overthinking certain opportunities, feeling like they have to take every opportunity. Or not wanting to miss an opportunity. It's just like a lot of thoughts with this. You got hope here. Recognition. So also with this energy here, I'm seeing that by going for something better or what you see in your mind's eye, even by you having the courage to step forward with this, you're going to be successful. There is hope here. We have hope twice at the bottom of the deck underneath the first card. And then we have mental conflict being clarified by hope. The recognition that you're seeking through this, your service, and the type of abundance you want to bring in, is saying here there is hope. There's a lot of possibilities here. It's just not like a dead end type of situation when it comes to what you're manifesting for yourself. Okay, we have gratitude, memories, creation, abundance. So, and at the bottom of the deck we have despondence. As I mentioned, it's like how you're responding to get to this abundance. Possibly due to past situations here. I feel like it was a fight for everything that you have to this point. And maybe with some, you're still not feeling recognized, or you're still not recognizing how far you've come and the abundance that you have around you. But it's like more can come if you can place yourself in a energy of gratitude and take your hands off of trying to do something better for yourself and just appreciate what you've created. Once again, we have this Empress card here, which is divine feminine energy. She is still. She's not masculine where she's doing and going and touching and all of that other stuff, you know. She is hands off, completely receptive, attractive, magnetic. She's attracting things to her instead of just going for it. She's creative. She's creating, and she's open to receive it. And that's why her heart is open. So there's kind of here like an attitude adjustment. As I mentioned, you know, some may be in their ego, like they're ego driven, based upon status or a certain lifestyle, instead of really looking at the service of what they do. Now, also, what will bring about a shift in energy is to perfect your service, not necessarily for abundance sake, but being abundant, offering abundant works. Let's see here. Abundant service, being very into what you do. Okay, let us see here. Retreat. Like I said, like stepping back from this. Really stepping back from this. From trying to make those financial changes in the way that you previously did in the past. So hard fought. It's like you don't have to do that anymore. Ask me why I did that. I don't know. I just felt like it was time to like offer some heart chakra energy. Okay, so we have financial and material changes here. There's some acceptance with this. Something to be released. Gratitude is coming out again. Victim and expansion. So, and at the bottom of the deck, discovery. This victim consciousness, when it comes to the finances, has to be let go of. There is some type of acknowledgement here on your part as well. Not only are you getting acknowledged or recognized, you have to acknowledge something here and be grateful for where you are and how far you've come. I feel like, you know, some people out here that's just been constantly going and going and going and not just stopping and resting to appreciate the creation. They're not grateful for their creation, not really taking it in and fully experiencing it. I feel like there are people out here that's really hustling. They on the move, but there's some type of discovery here. communication, and magic. I almost feel like this communication and magic is like just speaking how happy you are over your circumstances. Like there wouldn't be a need to feel like you're not necessarily where you want to be financially, or expressing. You won't feel like you're missing out on something, like you should be further along, or you should have more. Like spirit really wants you to appreciate what you have right now and communicate it, because as you communicate, you're allowing magic to come in. Also, with some type of release here of this victim consciousness, by way of gratitude. If you just, get into the energy of being grateful for where you are, for what you have, for what you've accomplished, acknowledging yourself. As you communicate this, Spirit is going to offer you more. I almost feel like Spirit is just saying, like, recognize my divinity. Recognize your divinity. If you recognize how magic you are, you wouldn't do the things that you do. You wouldn't feel the way that you feel. Okay, so moving on, we have innocence, memories, discernment. At the bottom of the deck, ask for help. So, what I'm getting here is with this whole magic thing and moving on into this energy, Spirit is wanting you, like, as you get into that energy of gratitude, Spirit is allowing you to pick up on this, like, childlike innocence. Where you are happily creating and how can I say this? Where you're like tapping into like this inner child mode, where magic will happen. And communicating that, you know, you need help. Instead of being so driven as you are, Spirit wants to show you the magic of life. There's a discovery here. But Spirit is saying ask for help. Let's see here. Impatience. I feel like maybe due to like how things may have developed in the past, with getting abundance, it's like an energy of almost being afraid to ask because you, of some type of, you know, wanting things to happen quickly. Because like when you're in your receptive energy, you know, you're waiting. And that's like being at the mercy of someone else. Just like a child. You know, having to depend upon, you know, a subordinate or, you know, some type of authoritative figure to help you. And because of that, it's like you're wanting to move quickly in that masculine energy. But this is kind of like throwing things out of balance. Because whatever it is that you're doing, I'm seeing that there's some type of purpose behind it. It's something that you're passionate about, or something that you just know that you're supposed to be doing. Like you can really, really help a lot of people. But as I mentioned, because of a certain way of thinking, it's like it's more so ego driven instead of purpose filled. So as the energy is being released and there's some acceptance and gratitude, I see that there is going to be a recovery here. There's going to be a recovery. Absolutely. Let's see. Yep, this divine feminine energy is being integrated with this heart-centered purpose. Because certain illusions are stripping away. And there's some type of guilt being released. What is this guilt? Not having faith in the way that you're responding. Because your third eye, you rushing what you seeing in your third eye. These two cards that came out, these two purple cards, although you can't really see them, these two purple cards that came out back to back is the third eye. It's because you aren't seeing this clearly because your ego. But that is stripping away. Not stripping away. Okay, so let's get some more messages. Okay, so we have selling out. And I'm going to read the message for that. Selling out. First card, number 1. All about self. Let's see. Oh, that's reading ugly. Yeah. Your integrity and inner strength are being severely tested. You have an opportunity to act with either fear or love. Where in your life are you selling out or acting out of integrity? Are you in a job you hate? Are you living in a toxic environment and making yourself sick in the pursuit of financial security? This card asks you to find the courage to stand up for your convictions and take steps towards doing what you love. Selling out is linked to the shadow aspect of the prostitute archetype. When you connect to this archetype, you can examine your fears around survival, power, responsibility, and success. On the light side, the prostitute can lead you to freedom, self-expression, choice, and love. The action here reads, you have to make a choice about whether you will use your power, talents, and abilities for selfishness and exploitation or the higher good. Take a few deep breaths and focus on your body. Become conscious of where in your body you feel like you are losing your energy and your power. Place your hands on that part of your body. Visualize your prostitute archetype. It can look similar to this card or a darker version of you. Ask this archetype to show you where in your life you are selling out. Become aware of how this affects various areas of your life and your physical and emotional health. Ask your prostitute aspect to help you regain your inner strength and make empowering decisions. What? Okay, Spirit. What did you say in here? Okay. So let us put a self-care card. How can we self-care during this process? Oh, intuition flipped over. Intuition flipped over. We're going to take it. It flipped over as I was trying to shuffle. Okay, so intuition. Let's see here. And that is the third eye. Let's see. 28. The mantra for intuition is, I listen to my intuition as it leads me on my highest path. Intuition is the insight that comes before thought and without thinking. It is an innate knowledge of what is in alignment with our highest good. It is the energy of the universe that directs us on our life path, nudging us towards the choices that will fuel our growth. Intuition resides within the heart and goes beyond logic or reason. Its messages are shared without judgment or need to be defined. Reinforce intuition's essential role in maintaining your well-being and connection to the spiritual realm by listening to it and acting upon it regularly. Keep track of when you receive an intuitive message and how often it turns out to be right, either by making a mental note or writing it down. As you notice the trend of your intuition as a guiding force, you'll come to trust it more and more. Journal prompt. Recall a time when you intuitively knew something was a bad idea but ignored your intuition. How can you learn from this experience? Okay, and for our last card, this will be coming from the Sacred Rebels. Okay, 2 cards came out. 3 cards came out. No. No. I'm sorry. Spirit. Okay. Goodness. Where's the other card? Okay, we have 3 cards here. Okay, the first card is faith in the process, listening for truth, and then we have power of attraction. Okay, Spirit. Let's start with faith in the process. I just got yelled at real quick in the spirit. Like, how dare you? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so faith in the process. Let me drink some water before I read all these all these messages here. Okay. Faith in the process. No matter how powerful we are, how much courage and strength we have, there are times when we can't move ourselves. There are times when we can't quite move ourselves along to the next phase of life or creative exploration. At such times, we need some divine intervention, a little help in pulling our trolley along, so to speak. When we are at the edge of our own limits, have no more personal resources, we might be left with only one spiritual power, that of faith. Fortunately, that is enough. As unlikely as it may seem, the invisible help from the universe is often more powerful than the physical efforts of a thousand men. I want to read that again. As unlikely as it may seem, the invisible help from the universe is often more powerful than the physical efforts of 1,000 men. That is because the invisible help is not limited by physical laws. It can shift, bend, and move in ways that defy limitation. It can affect, evoke, and influence situations through invisible but undeniable persuasive means. I just got chills, y'all. I'm sorry. I just got chills. Wow. You are in a situation where you cannot set right the course of events all by yourself. That is not an indication that you have done something wrong, nor does this suggest that you are not strong enough. It is a sign that there is something bigger unfolding in your life, and your willpower will be supplemented by the power of life itself. Sometimes a bigger plan needs to manifest for the benefit of humanity and the earth. You need to shift your perspective to realize that you are part of the greater unfoldment of life, that your individual life serves the greater plan, and that you are not separate from its genius. This is what is happening now. You happen to be instrumental to the greater plan, and as such, you need to accept your position and be moved, while also being empowered and protected as you make personal progress through your role in that grander scheme. This is a time for humility and trust. You need complete faith in the processes and events that are happening. There's nothing to worry about. You will be moved most fully and easily, and with the most grace and assistance, through your faithful surrender. Ironically, it is through complete surrender and total faith that we become the most empowered. When we are no longer trying to impede the perfection of the greater plan, we can be aligned with and moved by the process. Having faith in the benevolence of life, rather than harboring the suspicion that life is seeking to catch us out, have a joke at our expense, or carelessly toss us about as though we mean nothing, then we can relax a little. Having faith in the process gives you space to be curious about what is taking place and to relax enough to be open to what we are most in need of, even if we aren't exactly sure that is or how it can happen. The guidance from this oracle comes direct from the greater source of life itself. There is now an opportunity for you to be moved from the situation you are currently in to the next chapter in your life story. You can't do it on your own. It is too big a shift. Yeah. Did y'all hear that? It needs the grace of life to intervene on your behalf. You will need faith through, or that says faith though, not faith through faith. Okay, you will need faith though. You may feel as though the whole wheel of your trolley are coming off or that they are a bit rickety. But you must also understand that the voice of life is now coming straight to your heart with this message. I have resources you know not of. It is safe to trust in my ways and in my wisdom, for I love you and I'm guiding you into all that is rightfully yours. Know that what is rightfully yours is what your heart truly desires, and you need not fear loss. Nothing that is meant to come to you will be denied, and it's safe for you to let go and allow me to move you. Through faith, peace is restored, and you are able to know this and perhaps have some fun in the process. So this is like a revival of your inner child as well, your innocence. Okay, I see why Spirit was like, no, we're gonna read this card here. Okay, so the next card is listening for truth. Okay, let's see, listening for truth. Another water sip here. Okay. Truth speaks to us constantly, but not always in words. It may communicate through feeling that is hard to put into words, but brings in an inexplicable sense of peace, trust, and the knowledge that somehow everything is going to work out perfectly, even if there's little evidence of how it's all going to happen. You are being asked to listen for the truths beneath the word rather than the superficial messages of the words themselves. This is especially true for the communications of those around you, the press, the newspaper, and the mass media. You will begin to hear fear in the words and actions of those around you, even as they preach love. Listen deeper. Listen for the truth. This oracle comes with a message of truth for you. You are hearing something that is not being said, and what you are hearing is truthful. You may feel as though you are the only one that is really ready to hear or see it. Perhaps you have been working in a situation or loving in a relationship where the truth is consistently denied. We live in a world where truth is frequently avoided out of fear of what it might reveal. At the basis of such action, consciously or not, is a deep sense of unhealed toxic shame. If you or someone else is fearful that the truth will expose rather than free and heal, then some personal healing is required. It is time for letting go of old wounds in favor of a greater sense of self-love and acceptance. You are being asked to love yourself enough to honor the truth, even if you feel you are the only one doing so. Sacred rebels need truth, like lungs need oxygen. Truth keeps the energy of life flowing through the rebellious heart. Lies dampen the spirit of the sacred rebel. Even if those with less awakened hearts fear the truth, you must not turn away from it. Don't resent this state of affairs. Perhaps your job is to show that truth can be witnessed even when many may want to hide from it. What others do is always their choice, but through your honorable deeds done with integrity, you will be set free, no matter what the outcome. You are a truth seeker. Never deny or try to quiet this down to make others feel comfortable. You are meant to be an agitator at times, even though you don't have to confront people to do it. You don't necessarily have to say a word, though sometimes you will. Often you will agitate in the most loving sense by unveiling truth simply through your knowings. Hold compassion for the truths you behold. Do not use them as knives to cut another or yourself with harshness, but as the clear insight that allows one to loosen the knots that bind, simply by knowing which thread to gently tug. This oracle brings you guidance. If you have been worn down and depressed by the lies gossip, deceit, or backstabbing going on around you, don't fret. Get out in nature and spend some time communing with the infinite. Healing will come to you no matter how many times, in how many ways, or by how many tongues untruth is spoken. You know what you know in your sacred rebellious heart. That truth is your connection to the living truth of life itself. Don't give up. Just open up to healing and know that the truth always eventually prevails. Ashe. Okay, and the final card is Power of Attraction. Power of Attraction. All right. There's such wonder awaiting you. There are so many adventures, there are so many beautiful adventures and so many magic. I'm sorry. Oh, my brain is just like, no more. Gotta train my brain. Okay. There is such wonder awaiting you. There are so many beautiful adventures and so much magic yet to be. Can you keep your heart open to what is coming towards you without surrendering your experience of this moment by becoming too future oriented? You see, there is magic in this moment too. There's something arising within you out of the depths of your being. In this process, there's a shift in environment, both internal and external. A fertility is being stimulated. This is your time to play with that fertility, to conceive, create, and embark upon the process of transformation with an open heart and mind. You may not know where it is all going to lead. All you need to know is that it will be wonderful and exactly, perfectly what is needed. Beyond that, allow the energy of fertile growth and abundance that now flow so naturally and richly within you and around you simply to be. You are a big soul, and with that often comes big dreams. You might worry that you want too much out of life. Perhaps you think that you are only capable of small dreams. If you have drawn the oracle of big, bold vision as well, then this part of the message is highlighted for you. This oracle is guiding you to remember that there are stages of creation. A house cannot be built without the flooring. No matter how beautiful the stained glass windows you plan to install are, the walls need to be up. First, your big life dreams are a work in progress. Just like you. If you have been working on healing something within you, started a new creative project, or just taken on a new job or relationship and feel that although you are getting some results, you are impatient for more, doubt that you can continue or ever find the zone or become proficient in the situation at hand, then this oracle comes as a reinforcement. You are doing well. That which is worthwhile takes time to build. If y'all remember me saying, Rome wasn't built in a day at all. Okay. Celebrate each success, even the small ones. You are creating something of worth. Be patient, keep going, and trust. This oracle comes with a special message. You have recently completed a cycle or level of manifestation and are transitioning into the next level of experience. Like a big fish leaving the small pond and feeling like a rather small fish in a bigger pond, there will be some getting used to it. Time needed as you find your way. This will add to what you have already done and bring valuable expansion to your realization of your abilities, as well as many new relationships and opportunities to help you go further on your journey. What you are in the process of creating will benefit from this stage of your process. Whether your creation is simply your sacred life path, a particular creative work, or an actual child, There's a positive and constructive energy that is unfolding for you now to boost this process and carry you further along the way. Do you dare to dream and to believe in your dream until it manifests? Even if naysayers challenge you, of course you do, sacred rebel. This oracle brings you guidance. You are going to attract. I'm going to read that again. This oracle brings you guidance. You are going to attract whatever is needed to complete your work in progress and bring it to fruition. Remain open to receive and trust in the unfolding of your life experiences. Do not turn away. All of the necessary elements are coming together. Allow this integration to occur so that you can manifest your dreams. Okay. Okay, y'all. So this is the daily check-in. If this resonates, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. If you agree with it, as I mentioned, leave the comments and thumbs up this video. If you want to book a reading with me, I offer many different types of readings and spiritual products. Please visit my website. It is in the description box. All right, until next time, you guys, take care.